Welcome to Hornbill TV's Beyond Headlines with Al Mulay. Ekta district de Domboti ekta bra amikhan laga channel logo de chiti ekta likhishe email likhishe. Itu Domboti bra koishe ekta monduk la kotha. Chiti likhya hisabte jasal mota itu mota laga bawa bra bank ekta logo de jaina dangwar bank ekta logo de jaina taikhan logo de service loan mangishe koi ase. Now Kwa hisab itu laga bank para itu mota laga bawa ge koishe insurance to ji hoile bi lobo lage kwa hisab to taikhan jobor justi insurance to lobo lage goina itu mota la bawa ge tala hatani na hali dishe kwa ase itu insurance to nakinile do kwa hisab service loan bi na pawo ena koishe kwa ase itu chiti likha hisab to. Now this person was narrating about his father securing a loan from this bank. Now according to the man who wrote this email to us earlier, this particular bank's loan official had been insistent. Now by the tone of the email that we received, he sounded like he effectively declared that the man must buy a policy to avail the loan that he was seeking from the bank. Itu chiti likhya hisab to ekdam monduk taila bawa do ini du bank laga matha thagya bra taige ekdam jabarjasti loan to pabole do apni insurance to lobo lage koishe ko ase to upay ekta bi nai chiti ko hisab to tai khan service loan logo de insurance to kini loise kele mane bank bra koishi to policy no loile no loans to tai khan insurance to loise aro itu hisab tai khan premium goine itu kiman hobo itu bi kotha shuru hoise koise na itu chiti kwa hisab to itu laga bank manu pra insurance laga premium do ek sal de 50000 para 38000 te namai dishe ko ase. Now after what seemed like a bank official forced the man's father to buy insurance for the loan, there was a negotiation on the premium. Now, after several requests from the loan applicant, the email said the bank somehow lowered the insurance premium from about 50,000 to about 38,000 per annum. Again, strangely, this is a different case, but same person. The same person and his wife say to have taken another service loan from a large bank. Now, in this instance, too, the bank reportedly said the same thing. You have to buy insurance or no loan at all for you. So they bought the insurance and got the loan. But this time, the couple was armed with research. They managed to bring the premium down to just about 13,000 per annum. Aru itu manu aru tai laga maiki bra itu same manu da se agelo de kwa. Itu manu aro tala maiki duijun mera aro bi bank ekta lo de loan mangi bole jaise koise aro tade bi ni kotha ekta age dikina kwa nishna tala bawa ge koi dia nishne itu bank mera bi tai khan ge koise insurance do no loile bank mera loan na pabo. Now I'm very certain the citizen who wrote to us harbored no ill intentions when he spoke about his grievances to us. His only purpose, I believe, was to educate another people about knowing which shoes are for which side of the foot. Taikwa naga manu khan taikhan upay nai bishi bag to dukhya de ase bank lo de jaina taikhan paisa loan lo bole karni jai taikhan to tai koise bank khan bra misha mishi dalal mari kena manu khan ge aro insurance dibo koi tu no loile loan ni dibo koi aro kiba dangor kotha koi na noili bi dalal mari digina tai la hatte tai kan duri bole na paria bishi hatte gusai de na ko ase tai bek to mondok no lobo koile do no lobo hole lage bole tai kan ekdam na chari gina tu policy no loise gole apni loan na pabo na lage koile bi jabarjasti hatte dhalite tai koise itu manubra moi khan lode likhise itu upor de tai khan insurance laga nam bara misha mishi itu premium ekdam uja mangi de ko ase koise ena koise tai re tu koi thaise. So this unhappy citizen wrote to say that the banks are selling high premium insurances with a lot of false details. He was unhappy that the banks allegedly misguide the public into buying insurances against their will and their capacity. They make it seem like the insurance is a necessary process to avail the loan. That's what he said. Itu manubra ekdam mon biya bra likhi de itu chiti do aur bank khan bra bi insurance do jabarjusti lagai di na aro itu upor de loan upor de aro matha ekdam gorom hobole aro hate gusai de taibra na koi takise to aji ami khan sabo bank loan logode insurance koina itu do ekdam jabarjust moi khan lage na lage itu na lagi shigole hosabi bank loan khan paina na pai itu olop kotha kori saw insurance policy no loile do hosa loan do bank khan bra de na ni de itu hisab moi khan ekta sai saw. So I got in touch with some relatives and friends with several banks and sought clarity about the matter. I threw in a bit of research online in this regard. Before anything, I want you to know I'm not a financial expert, nor am I versed in the language and processes of banking, transactions, and banking programs or products. Now, what I'm going to talk about is merely based on my interactions with the bank officials that I had recently. I'm terrible in numbers too, let alone banking procedures and requirements. Ladies and gentlemen, I used to secure like 7 out of 100 marks in mathematics when I was in school. আমি তো অমখ দেবি একদম বিয়া আছে স্কুল দে থাকিয়া মই হোমকো অমখলা এক্সাম দেবি আন্দা নাই পাই নাই যে 1+1 do 11 গইনা হিয়াল মানু আজি মই তো ব্যাংক লা কথা তো মই এক্সপার্ট নয় আন্দাই পা মানু আজি মই কোৱা নিচিনা মই তো পইচা আৰু ব্যাংকিং ফিনি জানকাৰী একদম কমতি আছে তো ইতিয়া কি আমি কবলে আছে ইতুকান সব মই কি কম্পিউটাৰ বিছৰাই গিনা ফুৰিবলে পাৰি এখন আৰু মই ব্ৰা ডিমাপুৰ আৰু কহিমা দে বেংক ডাঙৰ লদে তাইখানলা মাথা খান আৰু কাম কৰিয়া মানুহ খান লদে কথা ইতু কাৰণে কথা কোৱা ইতু ওপৰ দে ব্ৰা মই খান অলপ কথা কৰি চাব ইতু হিচাপ আমি খান লোন লদে ইন্স্যুরেন্স লদে loan do husa ekta jaina na jai itu sob tai khan lode kina kotha korise itu hisab ra moi khan kotha lop sai sabo. The question now is insurance mandatory with loan? No, insurance is generally not mandatory for loan in India. Some, not all, some banking institutions may require property insurance for home loans or even encourage it, but they cannot, I repeat, they cannot force you to purchase it for any reason. Now, for personal loans, insurance is also not mandatory, though some banks may offer it as an option. Insurance ji holi bi loan logode lobole lagia to nai itu de nai kotha de mandatory nai compulsory bi nai aro moi bank alag lode manu khan tade kam koria lode hudi jai sai aro moi khan kotha korise aro itu laga program karni niche de kam guria manu khan nohoi gina bank de olop opor de kam guria manu khan lode moi kotha korise kile mane sob bank de kam koria se hoi ta hen bi jania se holi bi itu kotha do insurance aro loan lode ekilo de dia laga kotha do moila bhabna de do opor de mathagan kam guria khan bra olop doha se jani wona gi na babya guna tai khan lode moi dimapur de aro kohima de bank khan lode moi kotha korise moi kiman lode kotha koise sob kotha do mili gina ekta koise tai kan loan lode insurance na lage dimordi kohima di moi kotha ko hisab to bank kun tu moi kotha korise sob ra koise insurance policy to loan lode joborjos no hobole lage ni dibule lage aro manu khan ba bi no lobo lage no hobo bi kobo pare tai kan ena koise tu bank officials kan bra kunba do requirement hoy lagia do lagia se kunba bank do sob debi noy kunba do ina ase ko ase hoili bi insurance do joborjusti lobole lage loan logode dibule lage ena kotha do nai ko ase aro moi ekta dangor bank official logode kotha korise tai do kohima de thaije tai kan insurance lobole loan logode lobole azade bi nai. It's not there in any government regulatory law or guideline. Bank rabi joborjusti dibule enanga dibule bi tai khan karni kotha nai. Now this person wasn't just the top official of a small or a medium bank. He represented a gigantic one. He told me that buying policy for a loan was neither mandatory nor compulsory. Certainly it wasn't legally mandated as well. That's what he said. That said, the bank official told me that there could be some banks that might be offering insurance as an optional product with a loan. Some, not all. It's not mandatory, but maybe a requirement. That's what he said. Jabarjustu nai. Divolebi nai, lobolebi nai. Hoilebi kunba jagade any requirement. Ini tutu lagibo nagi ena kobole paria to ase na ko ase. He said it would be illegal to bargain a loan in exchange for the applicant to buy a policy. And that is illegal, the bank official said. The simple answer generally is no. Insurance against personal loans is not mandatory. While some banks or lenders may recommend it, they may suggest it to you, but purchasing personal loan protection is entirely your choice. Borrowers are not legally required to take insurance when applying for a personal loan, and lenders or banks cannot compel you to buy one. But there are other things, other requirements and complex procedures and requirements that you need to remember when approaching a bank for a loan. We'll talk about this now. Pothado loan lode insurance kinibule nalagi apne bi aro banks kan brabi tai kan bi apne la hade juberjusti tai kan gusabule nai aro itu nolaile to itu ni dibola na enala kotha bi nai koi ase hoile bi kotha do iman sosta noi moi kan babi saile to dusra kotha bi bishya ase insurance lobona no lobo itu kan sai sawole lage aro itu kundu la insurance to tala requirements to kya ase pitorde kotha bishi kola ase moi kan itu ekta sai sawo. Now, one of the bank officials I talked to said buying insurance with loan is not at all compulsory nor legally mandated, but it may be a requirement. And I think this is something we need to remember. It's not legally mandated, but it may be a requirement. He said that there is no need for a policy when taking a certain tier of loan. He said no policy is needed for, let's say, personal loans, car loans, services loans, and pension loans. However, if you are taking a business loan, it is compulsory for you that you should have a policy. You should have an insurance policy, or at least that's what his bank has among the requirements. Now, apni personal loan, car loan, service loan, aro pension loan loile insurance policy iku bra nalage koi ase. Itu tu nalage. Itu tak to sapa ase moi khan buji ase. Kotha do apni business loan loile insurance to lage ki hoile bi ji hoile bi lage na ko ase. Kile mane itu bank mathara koi ase. Business loan koile to tate hater bi kotha bi ulai, machinery la kotha bi ulai, interest, security aro bank laga interest bi bachawole kotha ulai. To tai khan ini loan dibule na pare apni business loan loise koile aro itu bi ekdam dangor business loan ase ko ase koile policy insurance policy no lage tate do aro tai koise apni kiman la loan loise itu la kotha bi ase apni 1 lakh 2 lakh 3 lakh nishna kotha hoile itu to alak aro apni 50 taka la 1 crore la loan lo ase koisele itu bi ala kotha hoi jay. Apni 2-3 lakhs la policy karni to 2-3 lakhs la loan do policy na lagi apni holi bi apni kitia ekdam dangor loan loise koile for example business loan 50 lakh la 1 crore la policy loan loise koile policy then ji holi bi lage na koise tai itu bank mathabra ro koise insurance to bank laga no hoy holi bi insurance to apni la ase na koise to moi bi lo pasoi laise so tai bra ko ase kile mane policy to apni karni bank karni no he na ko do judi apni lode apni dangor loan loina জীবন দে আপনি কি হই না এসে গেলে বিমার হইছে কই না জখম হইছে কাম যাবলে না পারে এটা তো কাম করলে না পারে হইছে এনা আপনি লা জীবন তো যাইছে এনা কইছে গেলে itu ki loan la apni loina se itu la bhari ro sob apni la maiki noile apni la mota noile apni la bacha khandan sob lo de taingla matha de ahi jabo na ko ase to apni loan lo upor de insurance policy bi loina thagi che koile do apni lo de ki hoile be idu bhari do sob apni la khandan noile maiki mota kun hoile be taingla matha te eklai noina insurance pra tani lobo ko ase insurance pra bachabo ko ase te enala hisab te policy do bank karni noina loan lo manu logote ena koise to bank official ra moike to ena hoise koile tai khan bi diktar na babo apni logode ki hoina thagile be apni gaw shao bia hoile be kam jaul na pare aru ida kamaule na pare hoise apni theng hat sob ki ba ena hoi jai se apni jibon jai ena hoile be apni loan ki loina se idu to apni la maiki mota khandan khanbra sob no duri hole insurance fra apni ge bachai dibo insurance fra apni ge olop duri dibo itu garni insurance to loan dangor business loan especially tai khan lo de ini de aro manu bi loina ko ya si du bank official ra moi ge question itu garni apni lo de ki hoise koile bi itu insurance fra apni laga apni la bhari do olop komti kori dibo aro idula bhari do olop uthai dibo bank matha itu moi kotha koria manu bra moi ke aro koise kunba do ekdom dangor loan loina itu manu ki homoy luk pai na aha kan bi khisa bishya ase koise to bhari do tai mota holebi maiki holebi khandan holebi tai kun rakhi na jai je tu kon karne ekdom bhari hoi jai kom tai khan la kam do tai khan la bhari do to khisa kun ma do koi tai je tai maiki to mota mura bishide maiki to kam no kore bacha kan ekdom horu komolia hi ase tai kan do itia to kam kori na pare aru tai kan do puria itai puria ase khandan kan sob dukhya ase noile khandan bra na sai to tade itu khandan bra egan ahi na tai kan khandan bra hi gena tai kan lo de koi itu loan do bishi hoise baki to bishi hoi jai se morom bra itu to mushai dibi na kina una ne tera hoi jai tai kan policy na thagi se koile enala khisa bishi ahi holibi itu bank official ra moi ge koi tai se bank kan bra bi paisa hali de se moi khan la interest bi olo bachawole to lage na to morom lagile moi khan bi kina no hoi jai to ki no korea hoi jai tai kan bi kina na bachao moi kan bi kina na baja hoi jai kile mone policy nai do to itu bank official ra itu moi ge koi tai se ena homoite apni insurance loigina thagile itu bra apni la bhari do olop komti kori dibo itu warni business loan aro dangor loan khan do manu do ini policy loi aro bhari do komti hoi by chance age jadam de kiba gibi hoise koile policy bra tai khan ke bachai de ena go deisha the banks also need to protect their interests. That's where the insurance will absorb some of the impact of the loss while also making it easier for your dependents in case something unfortunate happens to you. It can make it easier for your dependents to hold up the loan. It can absorb the impact. Itu karni dangor loan to policy logode sob lode do ni de. Holebi dangor loan de do aro business loan dangor khan de do policy insurance policy to ini loi bi koi no helebi manu khan bra bi mangi loi ena koi ase. As stated previously, some banks may require it as a condition for loan approval that if you don't take a policy or an insurance you wouldn't be able to have the loan which you are seeking from the bank. Now this is to protect the bank's interest. That's what I was told. After all, banks, whether you like them or not, are investing their money into your interest, into your venture, into your project. Insurance is not mandatory for personal loans. Yes, lenders cannot compel you to purchase it. While some lenders may offer it as an option, it is entirely your choice whether you purchase it or not. While not mandatory, taking out insurance can provide peace of mind though and protect against unforeseen events in your life, or it may even protect the interest of the bank. This is especially so in the case of death, disability, or critical illness. I repeat, this could be so in the events of death or disability or critical illnesses that may befall you. It can also help prevent financial strain on your family if you are unable to repay the loan. And that is the whole point of having an insurance policy to your loan. Loan or insurance to duita kishim alak kishim ase. Kino itai kando loan du kunba kini bole kunba kiba dam ekta ponchai di bole moi khan loan loi. Hoile bi insurance to judi ki loss aishe gole kiba haraishe gole kiba bhangishe gole itu karni tala dam to ponchai di bole insurance koi tu do. Loans and insurance are two distinct financial tools that address different needs. Loans provide funds to cover a cost or an expenditure for you. But insurance, on the other hand, provides financial protection against unexpected or unforeseen losses or events. We have hopefully cleared up whether or not you are obligated to buy policy or insurance with your loans. Now let's talk about some of the ways insurance sellers cheat or mislead people in India. They do this often to maximize commissions or corporate profits, and we're going to just go over just one or few of them because of time constraints for this show. Itiado moi kan loan logo de insurance logo na nai itu kotha do moi bisas ase moi kan sob olop to buji ase aro olop to sapa korle baise. Itiado moi kan olop sai sabo kina insurance bigri guria manu nohele bi bank kan nohele bi tai kan kunba do tera mori hat pra tai kan apni ke loan aro insurance ek bar ba ji hole bi jobardasti lobi koina hat kina wona hat de halide itu kan olop sai sabo moi kan itular program de ini iman time de iman bishinai komte ase sob to sable na pare hole ekta duita nishna moi kan kotha kori sabo kina ona tai kan apni la hat to tera gorina policy bi loan bi apni la hat te gusai de itu kan sai sabo kunba bank agents fra ko insurance policy khando investment ase koi aur tai kan koi itu kan do itia rakhina अपने पीछे ते एकदम दावड़ा पैसा उलावले पारिबो एना कोई होली इंश्योरेंस खान तो इन्वेस्टमेंट निशना नोय दे तो भी अपनी जानी बोले लगे ताई खान को इनी सब डिटेल्स भी नो को और ताई खान एकदम खतंग बरा एकदम डिटेल्स तो नो कोई गिना खतंग बरा अपनी के हाथे हाली दियो अपनी इतिया लोइसे बोले इतु साल इमान साल निशे दे अपनी इमान कीमत पाई जाबो एना भी कोई. They may often pitch insurance policies as investment products with very high returns, comparing even to fixed deposits or mutual funds. They also underplay or skip critical details like mortality charges, administrative fees, or commission cuts. Now, this leaves the buyer unaware of how much of their premium is actually being invested. Another tactic is this: they may try to hard sell in emotional or pressured situations. Agents may target senior citizens, grieving families, or people who are unfamiliar with financial products. They use high pressure tactics. This offer is only for today, this offer is only for next month, or it's a limited period offer, or don't miss this one out, this bonus scheme, because you're going to lose if you don't buy. So that's the kind of tactic they might use, and they will often rely on trust or fear or urgency to rush decisions, and you're going to make a stupid decision if you're not careful in that regard. Taikan apni ke insurance dibule taikan daur kotha nohile bi ekdom bhoi kotha bi apni ke koribo pare aro apni la hatte policy do hate gushaule pare itu for do ajikali ase itu apni noloile apni loss khabo itia do nahi jabo itu itei loi lobi ko. Many people end up buying policies unsuitable for their financial needs, and it actually lands them in big trouble later on, and they will lock up their money for decades or losing it altogether in case of early exit. And that's what borrowers go through all the time. Again, another tactic is bundling insurance with loans or bank products. We have talked about this just a little while ago. I read that a very common scam in India is when insurance is silently bundled with loans such as home, car, or personal loans. The bank or lender would tell you it's mandatory, and if you don't take this, you cannot have the other. And they'll tell you it's mandatory, it's compulsory to take insurance, but it is often not. And even the bank officials say that it's not compulsory for you to have an insurance with your car or your house loans, unless they are like they cost 50 million or 3 billion. So it's not mandatory, and it is important for you to read on this topic, to research on this topic before making decisions on policy and loans here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the policy is often in the bank's name as the nominee, and the borrower is never clearly told that they have been charged a hefty premium. Most people discover it much later only, after examining their loan breakdown or credit report. Agide moi khan kwa nishna ekdam common style India de do insurance to bank loan majode gusai gina amni la loan majode halide, insurance to home loan lode, car loan lode, na hole personal loans phitor de ta khan gusai gina apni ge de, ena itu bi India de kwa hisab itula style do ekdam common ase na koi ase. Always do thorough and extensive research before applying for a loan or buying insurance, ladies and gentlemen. You speak to people who have first-hand experience, and you can consult with trusted bank officials. Staying informed is the best way to protect yourself from scams and unethical practices. Amni loan lobole time de noilevi manuvra policy insurance khan kotha koi na aise koile do ekbar ba na jaigina bank khan lode kotha koribi, bank officials matha kan kam koria manu khan lode kotha kori sab itu ki ase itu kina hobo noilevi apni jania manu kunba loan loina thaise koile kunba policy loina thaise koile tai khan lode bi kotha koribi aro apni loan khan policy kan do ekdam paisa damor la kotha ase apni pichhe loss de na jaule apni kotha na kate adam debra bhal se dukan manu lode hudibi research bi koribi aro bank khan lode bohina bhal se saina itu bhal se sabich de apni kotha katibi decision lowi. Thank you for watching Hornbill TV. I'm Al Muli. See you next time.